What I'm about to tell you is something that I'm very ashamed of and will probably never do again ever in my life. It was a Friday night and I live by myself in my own apartment. I'm 22 years old, so all I do is work my day shift at the warehouse and then come back home and enjoy my day. This has been my routine for almost a few years now, so there's not much that's going on with my life. I get a little horny and lonely sometimes and wanted some fun for the night. So I started searching on Craigslist for some action, if you know what I mean. I browsed through the men searching for women section and see a lot of women that didn't really pique my interest until one that I saw. She lived locally to me, about 5 miles away. Her pictures were stunning. She was pretty, had a great body, and 0 kids. I really wanted to meet up with her and make something happen, so I messaged her and she was replying back super fast. We were exchanging small talk and flirting through text for about half an hour. She broke the ice when she said she wanted to see me and have some fun for the night. I didn't hesitate one bit and agreed. This was my one and only chance of some action for a super long time, and I was excited. We agreed to meet up at a motel. I honestly didn't mind because that means we could skip all the whining and dining part and go straight to it. However, just like the saying goes, if it's too good to be true, then it usually is. I didn't expect to meet her so soon, because I was still in PJs and eating Hot Pocket. I had to shift gears fast. It was around 10 by now, so I hopped in the shower for a bit and then put on my best clothes, some nice fitted jeans and a button-up. Popped in a few mints and headed straight out. It took me about 10 minutes to get to the motel, and while pulling up, I noticed how dark and shady it was already. There was barely any lighting around the building or parking. The only safest spot looked like the lobby. Thankfully, I didn't have to pay for it because she already did and was just waiting for me to meet up with her in the room. I hiked up the stairs and the room was located all the way at the end of the motel, literally the opposite side of the lobby, which was strange because it was a far walk. The place was not appealing at all. All the side walls were dirty and some of the light bulbs outside the rooms looked burnt out. After getting past all that mess, I knocked on the door and there came a beautiful woman. She had long blonde hair, nice body, and smelled wonderful. I honestly couldn't believe I scored something like this off Craigslist. Or, at least I thought I did. I hugged her and instantly got turned on. I was falling for her. We sat on the bed and talked for a bit, then things escalated fast as she made the first move and started kissing me. I threw her on the bed and gave her what she wanted. I had my hand on her thigh, kissing her all over her body. Things got real hot and steamy quick. I was about to pull off my finishing move with the extra condom I had hidden in my wallet. When she saw that, she tried teasing me afterwards, like as if she was stalling for me and making me wait for it. Eventually, she convinced me that if she could tie me up, then we would be able to do it. I agreed. This went on all night and I got what I wanted and we both knocked out together around 2 o'clock a.m. We were cuddling together, but I had woken up to pee. Upon coming back, I was just admiring her beauty while she laid there sleeping. I felt like the luckiest man alive. However, one thing that did pique my interest was her wallet laying on the bottom of her side of the bed. I'm a super nosy person and couldn't help myself. It was a peek. Besides, she was sound asleep. The first thing I saw was her license in the front, but after looking at it, I was instantly paralyzed from what I had just seen. This scarred me for life. It was a picture of a man, same age as her, and worst of all, the same features of her. The eyes, the nose, the face structure. This man in the ID was actually the girl I just slept with. She must have previously been a man and then changed everything about her body, because how in the world was I able to do it with her? I was literally about to throw up on the spot. I put on all my clothes, quietly grabbed my wallet and keys and left the room, closing the door as quietly as I could. It wasn't quiet enough because once I left, I saw her waking up and staring at me. At this point, I didn't care anymore. I ran as fast as I could down the motel stairs and into my car. I drove straight home and sat in the living room, thinking about the whole situation over and over. I was catfished by a man. The whole night, I couldn't go back to sleep. I stayed up terrified. I looked at my phone and had over 20 missed calls, all with voicemails. All of them was the girl from Craigslist. This time, it wasn't her girly voice anymore. It shifted more into a deeper and masculine tone. If this was a contest to see who could be the best girl actor, I think this man would have won by a long shot. He kept saying, "Why did you leave? We were having so much fun together. Please come back." Telling me, "I love you" and stuff. I couldn't take it anymore and blocked the number. I was going to go back to sleep and never use Craigslist anymore after that. However, things didn't end that easily. I kept the text messages and eventually saw new text messages from a random number saying, "Please come back." I instantly knew who it was and blocked it. This guy would not leave me alone. Out of all the other guys online, he was targeting me. I eventually went to my phone carrier and upgraded my phone. I told him to change my number this time too. I never mentioned to them why, but I just did it so that creepy guy or girl, whatever you want to call him, can stop bothering me. Eventually, it worked because I wasn't getting rogue text messages anymore from the stranger. One night, coming home from my usual job, I was super exhausted and just wanted to shower and put my feet down for the rest of the day. I hopped in the shower and did my usual thing and noticed on the opposite side of the shower door, there was a glare of some figure. It looked like someone was inside my house, right outside my bedroom. I couldn't really tell because my shower door is the type that looks like a blurry mirror, so you can't see perfectly through it. I cut the shower a little short and dried off. I walked out to my bedroom, half naked, and there was no one there. I guess it was just seeing things. So I opened my closet door to get dressed, and what I saw scared the life out of me. It was the girl from Craigslist, hiding inside, staring straight at me. I instantly fell down and screamed. She got on top of me and closed my mouth with her hands. She shushed me and said, "Don't say anything, please." I was surprised on how strong this girl was, but then again, it was actually a guy. She said, "I just want to be with you. I had so much fun the other night and felt like we connected on a totally different level." He kept pouring his heart out on me, and I was just scared to death. I told him, "Look, I'm a straight man, and I don't go the other way. Especially when you catfish me too. That was not cool. I only want a real woman." He was still on top of me and didn't like what I had to say one bit. Then out of nowhere, he tried to kiss me, and I threw him off with the little strength I had. I ran at this point because talking some sense into him wasn't working. He chased after me outside my house and into the street. I was trying my best to keep the towel I had covering my private area. I was in a bad position to run for my life. I yelled for help, and then just before catching up to me, someone walking their dog tackled the guy onto the floor. Thankfully, he was a bit bigger and had him pinned down. I ran back and told him to call the cops because this guy was crazy. He phoned the police for me, and they got here super fast. They cuffed the guy up and put him in the back of the police car. When the police took the statement, I told them everything that happened, from how I met him online, at Craigslist, and up to this point. I honestly felt embarrassed telling them about my pathetic dating life, but honestly, I just wanted this crazy guy gone. What they found inside his pockets were his phone and my ID. That is what scared me. There was no way he could have had that, but then I remembered back at the motel, he must have taken it while I was in the shower. I never checked my wallet ever since that night, and it all made sense. They took the guy away, and I never saw him again. He was mentally ill and needed help. After all of this, nothing else crazy happened, probably because I stayed off Craigslist and tried my luck with girls in person. Now, I just go to bars and meet women through friends instead, because you never know the type of people you'll meet online these days. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want more content like this, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be uploading every week. That way you guys can have a good listen to these scary and spooky stories that would keep you up all night.